Monday, September 18, 2023 is the morning market. Market's already open. And actually I was recording, I forgot to switch my screen. I talked like half an hour already. And then I forgot to switch into the chart screen. So I have to redo that. That's fine, that's okay. That's fine. So let's start with the wick. So wick is a little elevated today. And the market is actually pretty flat this morning. Actually, there's not much news overnight, over the weekend. And right now the future is just pretty flat. Up slightly, it was down slightly, and then news, even the news, there's not much. And then anything in play, the market movers, let's look at it. Moderna is down 7%. That's about that. mRNA. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. mRNA. Moderna. Yeah, but it's still inside this area. It's not like it's over here. It's basic and it broke down. So it's still inside this big box. Okay, that's that. I don't see any play on that. Let's go look at the index. The index is just flat. It's just not even moving at all. That's just no fundamental. Nothing. That is basing it. IWM, the Russell 2000 is basing on the 200 days moving average. Right? It's basing here, but it's trying to push it in, push it down, and then let's see if later on any bias comes in, push it back up. Yeah. So it's kind of like a wave coming back and forth. Okay, for on the beach right now, and it's tranquil is enjoy the beach right now. Nothing going on in the market in actuality. Yeah. So okay, yeah, the dollar is moving, continue to move, but it won't make new high. Doesn't want to break this. I'm waiting for it to break and then pull back in that sense. That's why I haven't marked. That's about that. Yeah, if you look at the percentage wise, nothing really moving. Like Bitcoin spike up a little, but that's that. These guys, look at the percentage. Look at they're not doing anything. Down 1%, gap down a little, and yeah. Let's go down to Apple. Apple is up 1%, but look, long tail. So they try to, there's buying orders, they bought it up, and then sellers come right back in and then push it back down. Yeah, Google is holding up here, won't break up. There's just no fundamentals behind them to really move anything. Tesla, let's take a quick look at Tesla. It's just nothing. Right. Would this turn into false hammer? Well, who knows? So since Tesla I haven't marked it for 30 minutes, let's take a look at the 30 minutes on this guy. Now let's go look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is doing this. It might turn into a false hammer. But even if this turns into a false hammer, you actually need to break this and then the next level. There's not much room in this trade. Yeah. And then even a shorter time frame on 30 minutes, and that could turn into a false hammer, but you have to clear so many levels. So the play actually, false hammer, is so close. Let it break this level, pull back around here on the pullback, then make your play and shoot for this target area. That will be the play. It didn't move all the way down and then form false hammer, so it's not as substantially of importance. For one. For the other thing is, okay, since it's compressed, let's draw it out. Let's draw it out better. Let's look at it better. This way. Right? On 30 minutes, it's doing this double top, and then it's doing a double bottom. So it's inside this whole bracket in that sense, right? Which is good. I mean, there's indecision right now. So I want to see a break, actually break up or break down in this sense, instead of like false hammer and the next green bar, buy it in, because your resistance is so close. It's just right here. Even you buy it over here on a false hammer form, green bar, bought it here, you have so little room before you're going to hit another level. You want it to have room to spike. You want to spike up and come back, and then you buy over here at false hammer, and then you have from here, from the green line all the way to the orange line, before hit any substantial resistance. This is just too close. This is just close. Right? But that tell you, okay, that will be, if that's false hammer, and there are buyers holding these area double bottom in that sense. Right? Okay, so yeah, just wait for this break, and then the pullback, and then you have much more room for it to grow. Okay, let's go back to the daily. So we'll wait for that. Be patient. It's always patient. Patient will work out. Another thing. Okay, so yeah, all these guys. Let's go and look at Intel since we're market. NVIDIA is down 1%. Let's go back a little bit. Why does that? That is this. Okay, so I'm looking for buyers. I want to actually go even touch bounce off this line, and then you have from here to here, this whole level of potential profit. Right? Buying here, if you turn around here, you have half of from here to here. So you have to be patient. You want to wait for the play. You want to wait for the play that give you more profit. If it doesn't fall and you do this, yes, you might still make money, but it's a lot less, and then your losses will be 1-to-1 ratio. While if it comes down and then buyers comes in and then buy over here and wait over here, I get a potential at least 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, which is a better play. So go for the better play. Be patient. Wait for the better play. Always do that. Yeah. That the market is not really moving at all. Not doing much anyway. So yeah. So as I was saying before, Neo actually got out, took a tiny little small losses, while my Lee make money. So overall, I actually make a little bit on the last month's trade, and then Friday or option expiration, I let those expire. The one that I have left on the China EV. And then I reopened new ones. I opened Lee and XPEV. I didn't reopen Neo because Neo was weak. Why? What do I mean Neo is weak? If I do a Fibonacci channels, and it will be a very clear appearance, right? From bottom to top, it did this much. Now you look at the actual retracement. It come all the way back to a level of 0.618. That's more than half. The retracement came all the way back down. Now it's basing 200 days moving average. But this is a substantial retracement. Relatively, everything's relative, right? So although I have a bold fundamental bias on this guy, I am better off putting our option playing the stronger stuff, which are XPEV and Lee. Lee worked out really well. Awesome one for me, and that was the big producer. That was great. So I opened another, I roll into another case secure put, which have that is 6 weeks, close to 6 weeks, actually 4 weeks of expiration. So on this guy, it's very clear. It's very apparent that the retracement is a lot less, and that's the stronger of the two versus Neo. So definitely, I pull out my case secure put on this guy. If you look at it, it's inside the orange area, which is only 0.38 retracement, while the other one is 0.61. So right away, of the two, this is the one the boys buy the stronger one. So I put out case secure put on this instead, and open new trade for the month. So, and I did the same thing instead of Neo. Lee was looking up, so I rolled into another one. XPEV, same thing too. They give me, I have a very, still in the orange area right now, so that's great. That's great. And so I open also a case secure put on this guy. I'm looking to add if it comes in, or if it goes for me. Right. So here's the thing. Every time I open a case secure put, there's 6 possible outcomes. Okay. And out of those 6 possible outcomes, only one I will lose substantial amount. Right. If it goes sideways, the whole thing to the end, I will hold to the end. I will pocket the premium. If it go up a little, I will also hold it in and pocket the premium. If it go down a little, I have all this whole buffer zone. I still can make money. And if it go up really fast, really quick, right, so I have sideways, up a little, down a little, right? 3 scenarios already. Right? The 4th scenario go up fast, really quick. Then I close out sooner. And then maybe we establish another trade, but I'll pocket the fast money. 50% of maximum potential, I will do that. I will do that if it happens like few days, couple weeks into the trade. Right? That I make money fast. That's a fast money trade. That's the 4th. Right? 5th one is it goes down and it closes out right around here. Right? Actually, it goes down, penetrate, and then I'm waiting for the up move, and we'll go out flat and take a small losses, $10 overall, $20 of the whole option contract, not your share, but I'm talking about just a slight loss or even flat. If I hold it long enough, I pocket the premium, I will make out as a flat, so that way I don't really lose money, right? So the only one scenario, the 6th scenario, is that go down and it close below, way below, then I lose money. And it depends on how far away. If it go really depressed, yeah, then I would lose substantial amount. Then I will end up actually buying it because, hey, at this price, I want the stock. I have fundamental long bias. Right? Slight losses, that's fine. I will switch to other stock. Just like NEO, I will switch to buy any other stock. I will take the small losses. While my winning trade will offset my losses anyway, so I actually make money. I just make less in that sense. Now, if you look at 1 out of 6 scenario, I lose money. What's that percentage? So 16%. Right? 16%. So out of that, 84% of the time, I have winning trade. I will make money. Why is that? Because that's the nature of being an option trader. Now, if I have my win behind by on uptrend, my chance of making money is even higher. Right? So that's why. But here's the thing: if I lose money, the 1/6 of trade, I can lose a lot, right? It could really go down. So the risk reward is kind of upside down. Actually, you got to think of it that way too. You got to understand that you have really high percentage of winning overall when you keep doing this, but when you take a loss, it will be bigger. That's the nature of selling options, actually. Right? But in actuality, I want to buy this stock. If it really comes in hard, I have a fundamental long bias, which will take anywhere from 6 to 18 months to develop to really make substantial amount. Right? If I buy at $8 or so, whatever, and up here, well, guess what? The high was 22. I will make 3-4 one day. I mean, if the fundamentals continue to hold and it goes up, now it's all about your fundamental. You have to still keep up on the fundamental on the stock. Right? This is a growth stock. You have to see growth numbers. Right? It turns out you have negative cash flow. That's why it's so low, the prices. Right? Like Tesla doesn't make money until like a couple of years ago. Before that, it made money, but all the money is being reused to expand this market, to build more factory, to hire more people. Right? So very high capex, capital expenditures. Yes, they have cash flow, positive. It has negative cash flow, but you have revenue and you have a lot of money that is continuing to increase. So this is the case. Is that it continued to increase production, it continued to get more orders, manufacturing, pumping up, they're building new manufacturing, pumping out new models, right? These guys. So overall, it's growing rapidly, but there's a lot of money being used, the revenue that being expenditures as capex to expand the market, to expand the factory, to hire more people, make more cars for them. So you have negative cash flow, but that's fine. And you will also see liability on these companies continue to move higher and more because they borrow money to build more, right? In that sense. So you got to understand the whole dynamic fundamental analysis. And then you say, okay, this is long-term fundamental bull, and even if it goes through, I buy. So that is, so did I bought more NEO? No, NEO is an exception right now because it's the retracement is just weak over here. It's basing on 200 moving average. I want it to move away, then I will come back in. Actually, it move away on 200 moving average. I see buying, and I see buyers confirmation technical on the technical charts, and I see the fundamentals still holding up. Then I come back in. I don't want to buy where it's super depressed yet. I want to buy on the up. Remember, I'm a trend follower. The whole point is I'm a trend follower. Even I want, and I weigh options on believing the stock will go up. And I use options as a booster. And then when I see the big trade, that's when I make the huge bonus. So I always say that on a day-to-day basis, on month-to-month basis, you're doing these small trade, picking up pocket change, right? Nickel and dimes doing options. But then when the wind is on your back, everything's aligned, the market is rolling, you go in. You see this breakout, you see this huge move, you see these news coming in, fundamental backing it, right? Then you go heavy. And you make the bonuses, you make the huge gain. Right? That's when you're being that's how you play. That's how the trader need to be, or investor need to be in that sense. Right? Anyway, so that's that on these trade. Let's continue. Yeah, so AI is a different game right now. It's still early stage to understand a lot of things. I mean, this first half year, first 2 quarters of 2023, U.S. market is half of the gains actually pushed because of AI. The money is flowing in really hard, but a lot of places that should not be AI, and they try to masquerade themselves and try to capture this too. So you have to be very careful what is actually really AI stuff. NVIDIA blew everybody out, and a lot of them, right, all ship rise when the tide comes in, actually. That's what's going on in the AI space. But a lot of them is not really AI, so you have to be careful. And how do you judge? How do you fundamentally quantify how much a company's substantial revenue is actually from the AI play? Gotta understand that. So that will take time to develop. The chips markets, that's much more easier to understand, right? Because AI is powered by chips. So for every CPU, you need 8 GPU for AI. That's why NVIDIA spiked. It was a huge trend on that sense. But the other guys, yeah, now they say Tesla is also an AI play. Is it? That question. How do you say? Now this move is I actually have short buys on Tesla until the CEO Elon Musk say, okay, let me stop fooling around with traders. Let's get back to my core competency, take care of Tesla again. Then I got out of the trade because hey, it's turning around, and it did. But is it an AI play? If it's an AI play, it will break through this, and then it will go, and then it will fight, maybe a little pullback, and then it will go. Wait for technical confirmation. Don't just hear rumors and just yeah, Tesla's AI play, or what people say. Could be true, could not be true, but let the market confirm it for you. In that sense, yeah. So it's Amazon, Google, all of them, they say AI play, right? So, but look at this, it push up when it's hey, no, I guess not yet, not yet. But let's wait and see. Be patient. Okay, that's about it for today. I don't expect much yet. Maybe there's something much more later, and then if there's additional play, I'll post it. But today seems like inside day until the market tell me otherwise. Always wait for confirmation. Yep. Okay, everyone, and I will see everybody next time. Have a good one.